Okay. Before I start the notes and go over the problems that you'll see in the assignment, I wanted to go over the proportions because they're gonna look like the ones or like the problems from before, but they're not. Okay, so they're actually gonna finish off differently, and this is why I want to kind of do a side-by-side comparison. So this is what I'm gonna do here. I am going to kind of put like over here is algebra 1. Oh, this pen is not good. This is algebra 1, and right next to it I'm going to compare and put like what we're doing here, like with the trigonometry, right? Trigonometry, trig. Okay, so let me show you what's been happening in the past or the previous worksheet. You'll see something like this. Let me put this one, number 1 here, and number 1 here. Well, this would look like x over 3 equals 6, right? Let's see a proportion like this. Well, right now this doesn't look like a proportion, right? Because you got to put like a 1 under here, right? Because we want to see a fraction equal to a fraction, so you put it like this, right? And these kind of have been simple because the reason I'm telling you that this is a simple one is because when you cross multiply, see, you'll do 1 times x, and just x will already be by itself, so you don't have to. It'll be 1 times x, which is, well, I'll just write it. 1 times x equals, and this will be what? 6 times 3. And that would be x equals 18, right? See, so here you don't have to solve anything for x. It's already x, and then whatever you multiply here, that's the answer, right? This is what you've been seeing in the past. Okay. And how would that look like for a trig problem now? The ones that you're doing for the right triangles, it would be something like, you know, I'll just set up the problem. Sine of 72 degrees is equal to x over 18, something like this. See? And again, why is this one like this one? Well, because again, at first it didn't look like a proportion. You're gonna put a 1 under it, yeah. But like I'm telling you here, when you do the cross multiply, let me write it again. When you cross multiply here, see, look, this is how you know you're kind of looking at the easy ones. Because when you multiply the part with the variable, it's 1 times x, and it's like you're already going to solve for x. So 1 times x is just going to give me x, right? Equals. And then you just got to multiply now these two parts. Okay, that's not what's going to happen now, right? This is from before. These are the problems you've been doing up till now, right? So this would be sine of 72 times 18. And see here, x is already alone. Okay. And you will have, well, x is equal to whatever. Let me make sure this is correct. Sine of 30 has to give me 1/2. Okay, it's good. So sine of 72, get the answer for that, and then times 18. 17.11. Okay, these are the easy ones. This is what I'm telling you. These are the ones you've done before, where when you cross multiply, it'll be like 1 times x, and x will already kind of be alone, right? Same thing here. Okay, now I'm going to show you what you're going to see for this assignment, for today's assignment. For today's assignment, again, here's what it's going to look like in an algebra 1 proportion kind of a problem. And then over here, I'm going to show you what what it looks like with the trigonometry. Okay, so for today, for this new stuff, I'll put this one problem number 2, right? Problem number 2 would be something like 4 over 5 is equal to x over 10, something like this, yeah? Now, again, I see a proportion, a fraction equal to a fraction, but why is this one like not straight away just looking at this and you'll see the answer? Because here when you cross multiply, see, it won't be 1 times x. It'll be a number times x, so in this case it's 5 times x, right? I multiply and I start with where the variable is. 5 times x equals 2, then what? 4 times 10. So the answer is not just multiply 4 times 10, right? No. We'd have to now look here and see it's x is not alone. It says 5x equals 40. It says 5x equals 40. Well, the answer is just not 40. See, x is still not by itself. But here's the question for you. How do you get x by itself now? Well, we're just like one step away, right? Here, if I want to get x by itself, don't I? If this is 5 times x, don't you divide, right? Divide by 5, right? To undo a multiplication, you divide. Oh, okay. And that's how you're going to get, now x is by itself. See, now x is by itself. So this is the part where in the previous problem you just had 1 times x and x was alone. Here, no, there will be a number there, and then you divide and you divide. So 40 divided by 5, oh, okay, the answer is 8. Okay, you haven't seen that with the trig, and that's what you're going to see in today's assignment. So let me show you here what it's going to look like here. So now you're going to have something like cosine of 25. Let me just make up a problem here. Cosine, like, right, you're going to set up your proportion. Cosine of 25 is equal to what should I put? I can't even, just thinking about a number, it doesn't matter, right? Okay, 13 over x. Okay, it looks like the other ones, but you're gonna see that it's different. Okay, so here it is. Why is it different? Okay, well, I'm gonna put a 1 under here. Right, you put a 1 under here, is equal to 13 over x. See, now when you cross multiply, it's not x times 1 anymore. X is not alone. It says x times the cosine. See now, okay, so don't just freeze up there. Just keep the steps. We know that the next step is to cross multiply. Cross multiply, remember I start with the part that has the variable. That's this. So now I'm looking at, now you got to remember cosine of any, like, this is just a number. I mean, it's not a nice whole number. It's not a nice whole number like 5 times x, right? Here we had a number times x. This is just a number, so just kind of treat it like a number. It's not 25, it's cosine of 25. So that would be cosine of 25, and I'm going to put it in parentheses, times x, right? This is just like 5x. Equals what? And then you do the other one, right? Well, here is the 1, but it's different than before. 1 times 13. So, well, I should have just wrote 13, huh? Cosine of 25 x equals, and then 1 times 13 is 13. But see, you're not done. The answer's not 13. I got something like this. Cosine of 25x equals 13. So now we're looking at it here. If you kind of want to compare it, it's where you have a number right next to the x, right? That means it's not solved for x. Just like here, it's not solved for x. So what did you do over here? What did we do over here to get x by itself? Don't you have to divide by whatever this number is? Yeah, you divide by 5. In this case, well, you divide by 5, you divide by 5. I don't know what this number is. I mean, I can figure it out in my calculator, but right now I really don't need to. Whatever this value is in the calculator, I don't need to write it right there. You could if you want. What's cosine of 25? You see, it's that like this decimal, whatever it is, but it's just a number. So just like you have a number here in front of x and you divide to get x by itself, we're going to do the same thing here. You're going to divide by what? By this, by cosine of 25. Right? Not the x. I want to leave the x there. You just divide by cosine of 25. And see here, this number, whatever it is, it divides out. Just like we did here. 5 divides out with 5. 5 and 5 cancel out. You get x by itself. Here we're going to get x by itself, right? Equals. And now here's where it's different. Right over here, just like this. 40 divided by 5. I had to divide by that. Same thing here now. It's 13 divided by cosine of 25. That's a different ball game. Okay? So, how do you do this? I'm going to tell you the best way to do it. Well, you can do, again, because some calculators work different, I'm going to tell you to do this. You probably are going to want to leave the 13 and get this value first. Cosine of 25. Just get this. I don't know what is it again? This 0.90603. Get a bunch of, don't just get the first two, get like four or five digits. So that's 0.9060307. Don't round off too much. This is the safest way to figure it out. Okay? So then you just clear everything and then you just do 13 divided by, and then you punch this in. 0.906. Oh, what? 906. What is going on? 906,307 equals. Okay, I got 1434. 14.34. Now, if you have one calculator like this, because remember there's somewhere you got to put the 25 first and then. Okay, so anyways, I can do it like this. 13, if I want to do it in one shot, and you got a calculator that works like this, put 13 divided by, and then use parentheses. And then you put cosine 25, and then you close. And then you hit it, equals. You see, I got the same number. But you got to use parentheses. The problem is not with the people that have a calculator like this. The problem is the people that have the calculator that you have to put the number first. You have to put the number first and then cosine. You'll get a different answer. Okay, let me do another one real quick. Okay, so tangent of 58 is equal to 2 over x. All right, so put a 1 under it, then you cross multiply, so that would be, well, let me write it again. Cross multiply x times what? Oh, no. Put the number first. Tangent of 58 is the number. Tangent of 58 times x is equal to what? 2 times 1, which is just 2, right? Tangent of 58 x equals, well, 2 times 1 is just 2. And then see here, x is not alone. This is just a number. So how do I get x alone? Divide by tangent of 58 to both sides. And this is where you'll get. Now, x is alone. X is equal to. And now this is the part you got to do carefully on the calculator. All right, so I'm going to do it this easy way first real quick. So 2 divided by, and then I'm going to use my parentheses, tangent 58, close it, and hit enter. Okay, I got 1.249, which I can round off to 1.25. But if I do it the other way, the careful way would be leave the 2 up here, get this value, tangent of 58. What is just that alone? Tangent of 58 is equal to 1.6000. Okay, 1.6. And then do this. Just clear your calculator and do 2 divided by 1.6 equals, oh, there it is, 1.25. Look at that. 1.25 is exactly what I got over here this other way. Okay, so that's more of like just using the calculator and how you're going to see the proportions. The next 2 videos we'll go over the problems, okay? And you'll see they finish like this. All right, watch the next 2.